Rec League Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family, tell your haters. Available on Podbean, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Radio Public, Good Pods, Pocket Cast, Breaker, and Stitcher. At Rec League Podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. At Rec League Pod on Twitter. Episode 162. Available now. Yo, whether you watching this from Facebook, Twitter, click the link in my Instagram or YouTube itself. What up, world? So I just watched F1. It is a new sports drama, Formula One racing drama, starring Brad Pitt, Damson Idris, Javier Bardem, Kerry Condon, Tobias Menzies, and it is directed by Joseph Kosinski, who I might miss a couple titles, but off top of my head, I know that he directed Tron Legacy, Oblivion with Tom Cruise, Only the Brave with Miles Teller, Top Gun Maverick, and Spiderhead. There was Chris Hemsworth, Miles Teller on Netflix right after Top Gun Maverick. Brad Pitt plays a dude named Sonny Hayes. Had a stretch when he was younger. Events fell the way that they did. The cards were played the way that they were. And he basically became a whore, racing for anybody who needs him. And Javier Bardem needs him. I don't remember when this was announced. Right after Top Gun Maverick. Sometime last year, sometime in 2022, 2023, I don't remember. But this has been on my radar ever since then. And I want to say, as much as I really enjoyed Sinners, as much as I really enjoyed Thunderbolts, this may be the most locked in from opening to the credits that I've been in any movie this year. It starts and there's a race. Win or lose, you're already locked in and interested to who the Brad Pitt character is. And then he gets his offer from Javier Bardem. And shout out Brad Pitt, Javier Bardem linking back up, 11 years after The Counselor in a aggressively better movie. But he gets his offer, then we get the opening credits. A good 15-20 minutes into the movie. I want to say this is a 2.5 hour runtime. Pacing was so good you don't even feel it. You're just so invested in the story you don't even feel it. And there are so many layers. Practically every character has some big life altering thing on the line with the events of this movie. So it's just like there's so many different subplots, and they're all interesting. So I don't want to give anything away. Brad Pitt is who he is, an older dude, has been around a while, and he's got stuff on the line. Damson Idris, Franklin Saint from Snowfall. Hopefully you're familiar. He's a younger dude. If everything goes left, his whole career is up in flames. And his performance, if you've seen Snowfall, it's so cool, and I hope so many different people point out and recognize and applaud the range. Kerry Condon is kind of like breaking down walls, breaking glass ceilings in her profession. She has doubters and haters to prove wrong. Javier Bardem is the owner of the racing company. He has everything to lose. And it's like there's this organization and there's this way, and then Brad Pitt comes in, shakes it up, ruffles all the feathers, but the entertainment value is so good. And it's like you're into the story and you're into the subplots, you're getting invested in these characters, and then you get invested in the sport too. I don't watch racing, NASCAR, Formula One. I don't watch racing. I was watching this. Like, movies overall, just films, the arts, whatever. Cinema has a way of making sports that I would never watch so fucking exhilarating. Like, I'll occasionally, I'm not a boxing fan. I'll turn on a fight. I'll ask my boy who is a fan, like, what's up with these? Should I watch? Da da da. And I'll keep it on for a couple rounds. But give me a Creed, give me a Snowfall, give me a Rocky, give me a Raging Bull. I'm invested in all of that. Like, getting into the matches, all of it. Cinderella Man, even something like Bleed for This, which in my opinion, no disrespect, is a lower tier boxing movie, but I'm still in the fights. You got your Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights, Ford versus Ferrari, F1. I'm into the races. It's exciting. You want these characters to win, you want the happy ending, whatever. But then events unfold and you think maybe they won't win. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, maybe they won't win. Second time in a month. This movie isn't split into atom as far as story goes. There are a lot of cliche plot points, but they're done in a refreshing way that it doesn't feel tired. It doesn't feel like you've seen it before, because the dialogue and the performances and the execution just works damn near flawlessly. And Hans Zimmer with another banger of a score. Yeah. Just one of my favorite movies of the year. Hands down. It's like there's generational clashes, there's personality clashes. Brad Pitt is the old and experienced. Damson Idris is the young, upcoming, arrogant as fuck. You're not supposed to like him, but he's not really an antagonist. He's just young, and that's cool. It just is what it is. Like, I'm 39. I'm right there in the middle. I'm not quite Brad Pitt in his 50s. I'm not quite Damson Idris in his early 30s, late 20s. I see both sides, and I relate to both sides. And I think, man, like, no movie is perfect, but I really don't have anything that I would change about this movie. It was fast paced. It was funny. Like I said, the sport was filmed in a way that got me invested. The story and the plot with so many different characters kept my attention. It was like I said, a very well paced 2.5 hours. If I wasn't in a small town, I would have seen this in IMAX and I would have loved every second. If you can see this in IMAX, I highly recommend it. Like, back to back, Joseph Kosinski, Top Gun Maverick, F1 with these high octane, high adrenaline, exciting action, dramatic with the plot, like suspenseful, tense with the action. And like he's one of these dudes who I feel like needs his flowers. Like, we talk about, and rightfully so, we talk about the Damien Chazelles. We talk about the Ryan Cooglers. We talk about the Jordan Peels. Joseph Kosinski came out around that time. Like, Tron Legacy was 2010. Oblivion was cool. Like, that's his movie nobody really talks about. But then Only the Brave was a banger. Firefighter drama. Amazing. And then Top Gun, this, like, he has a very high winning percentage, as those other guys I mentioned. This dude is a great director. So with all that being said, man, I will say that in my opinion, F1 is almost dope as fuck. Have you seen F1, man? What you think? Positive, negative, somewhere in between? Let me know. I just put up a review for Megan 2.0. Last weekend, I reviewed Elio, and I reviewed 28 Years Later. The weekend before that was Materialist and How to Train Your Dragon. At some point within the next 7 days, I hope to watch and review Jurassic World Rebirth. Hopefully y'all check that out with me. And then the week after that, Superman comes out. My most anticipated movie of the year comes out. I'll do a top 3, like, check for it around the 1st. I'll do a top 3 favorite movies of the second quarter of the year. And then We talked to zombie movies on Rec League Podcast, most recent episode. I think upcoming, we're going to do a Jurassic franchise discussion, probably spoil Rebirth. So be on the lookout for all of that, man. Like, subscribe, comment. Find me where you find me, man. Don't know where to find me. Watch these credits. Peace.